Thanks for listening. This is Ramble video number 7 for my UIM level 3 skill pure. You're listening to the Ramble series. It's been a while since I've created a Ramble. I'm actually running a little bit behind because progress video number 8 has been released and I don't have even 7 Rambles yet. So running a little bit behind on the Rambles. It's been a while since I've done one. Obviously overdue. But I figured I would do it while I'm working on Tithe since we're getting close to 99, which means I'll be working on the progress video number 9, I think. So that means I will need to catch up and do another ramble as well. So hoping to get this out today. I've been working on a number of different things, and I'm going to try to keep this one relatively within time, so I don't think this ramble will be like a 45-minute ramble. But what has been going on? I'll talk about in-game and then out-of-game. So in-game, I finished 99 Fletching, made 1.5 million Mithril arrows from scratch, which was awesome. Getting that done was huge, and then I ended up also getting 99 woodcutting before that, honestly, and green logging forestry, and then going for the beaver pet and getting fortunate to get it sub 3 mil post 99, which meant I was able to utilize all of the consumables I had in my inventory on the beaver pet. So that was pretty awesome. Getting that done was fantastic. Honestly, I didn't really anticipate even going for 99 woodcutting really at all. Like, that wasn't a goal that I had last year, and it did creep up a little bit, same with Fletching into this year, but they are mentioned as goals, and I did achieve both of them. Another thing that was kind of cool is even though I probably should not have done Hunter, I did Hunter because I was trying to avoid farming, to be fair, and with the new continent and the Hunter Guild, that cape actually has value now for farm runs. So that was really cool that even though I didn't plan it, that it worked out well to actually have the Hunter Cape done. Because now I feel like after farming, I really only need Con Cape, and then I'm completely set for perfect farm runs. And that's something that I didn't anticipate with Hunter, so I'm very happy about that, and it does feel exciting to be at the point where I could be getting not to the end game, but to what feels more like mid to end game, pre-max at least, for maxing. Obviously, if I max, I'll still play the game, and I'll be working on stuff that I have goals for, but that's a long ways out, and I'm really just trying to focus on getting done what I can every day. So yeah, I mean, farming has definitely been probably one of the biggest walls on this account because I've done it so many times on other accounts, and I'm just not a fan of doing Tithe. I like Tithe. It's relaxing, it's straightforward, it's semi-mindless, but that makes it easy for me to fall asleep to. It makes it a little bit difficult to talk in game, which is not fun, and it is constant. Like, there isn't really, if you're doing it effectively to try to get it done, there isn't really a stopping point. You can stop obviously within 20 fruit or whatever, but yeah, I'm really looking forward to getting it done. So today I'm actually going to try to push to just get it done because I have 916k XP left and it's only 8:30 a.m. and I've already got about 100k XP stored in fruit. So I'm going to try to do basically 8 hours, which I think technically will end up being more something like 7.5 more hours. But I'm going to try to do a majority of the hours up front, do my workout, then come back, eat, and then do the rest of the hours and try to have this 99 be completed tonight. So I'm really excited to get past the farming wall. Personally, for me, farming has been just one of those skills I did not feel like doing. And I really enjoy regular farm runs, but having all of the seeds is something that I don't have right now. And yeah, I need to do quite a bit of post-thieving at Master Farmer And it doesn't really feel like I'm willing to do that until I have all the capes for basically best in slot farm runs. So I'm getting closer to that. I am excited about being done with farming because after farming comes smithing. And smithing is relatively a useless skill for my account, but because I am going to gain so much GP off of smithing, it's going to give me all of the GP I need for 99 con and 99 crafting in terms of buckets of sand. So with the mining update that just happened, sandstone's looking pretty good, and I want to get on it because I'm a little nervous that they're going to nerf it or something via complaints, but to be honest, I can't afford it right now. And all of the GP that I have in my coffer, I need as a base for starting smithing. Doing mithril plate bodies is going to profit me more per hour than doing bloods with the entire outfit. So it is the best GP per hour. And it is also 150k plus XP once I figure out the alt and get the flow. The alt should only have to stay on the same world as well. So I shouldn't be having to hop, which with one tick Karam wands using an alt, that was one thing that was a little bit annoying as both of them had to hop. So I think it should be even more chill than one tick Karam wands, to be honest. So we'll see though. You just never know what a method is going to feel like until you do it. But I'm a little bit nervous about it because I really need it to be enjoyable. And that's because I need that GP. Doing post rune crafting is always kind of a great way to get some GP to do stuff like con, but I don't really want to work on post XP of skills too much, especially skills that I have all of the pets for and everything else completed in the green log related to that skill, because it kind of feels like I'm not progressing towards max. And I don't really want to do Giant's Foundry to 99 smithing and barely make anything just to get the 99. So it does kind of feel like it's good that the GP I need for 2 skills to max is going to be required. And the only reason I need that GP is because I started this account before I could do the feud, and yeah, I did rune crafting first for untrimmed rune crafting cape on this account. So I definitely kind of lost out on, like 80 mil or something GP. So I wouldn't even have to worry about GP if this was a newer account and I was doing the newest methods. But it does feel kind of cool that I have to earn my max a little bit more. So it does feel a little bit more what I expected when I started the account versus what it would be now. I am looking forward to getting to con. I've done everything except for the last collection log for Mahogany Homes. So I have everything except for the blueprints. The blueprints are the same amount of points as the outfit, so I'm definitely going to have to do a decent amount of Mahogany Homes to get the last piece of that collection log, but I'm excited to green log that. And getting the cape is going to be unbelievable since I have stamina full already and I already have glory in there. So it's kind of like, man, I just need to get that cape. Right now, it's not been too bad for farm runs. Like, I could definitely do farm runs faithfully without having to get the farming cape or getting the con cape. I mean, nowadays with Xerix and the minecart system to the farm guild, it's really not all that bad. But having the con cape is just such a simple solution, as well as I wouldn't be spending any of my Xerix talisman charges on it. And right now I am, so I'm not sure if I'm going to go for 5,000 fangs for the mounted Xerix right away, but I may do that once I have Concape. I think that might be a smart move to just do thieving, get the mounted Xerix, which would be kind of like the final thing I really need in my POH after 99 Con, and then from there do a bunch of post Master Farmer XP. And I don't know, maybe hit 30 mil thieving. I don't know what I'll need for contracts and for regular farm runs. The other thing too is with the Herblore game that's coming out in Varlamore. I know that I can use certain herbs without getting their secondaries. So I've started to collect grimy Guams, Marantil, and Terramins or whatever, which is kind of sad that I've just wasted those this entire time because of this game coming, and I just drop everything from all of the herb boxes that I get here. So we'll see, but I am going to start collecting those, and hopefully I'll do a little bit of post thieving here soon enough because I do have to move. So that brings me into some of the IRL. I've been unemployed for about a month now. The tech industry has been brutal, and I am a sole provider of 4, really 3 kids and my wife. So that's been pretty difficult. I mean, we've had some savings and stuff like that, and we've made it, off of that, but we're getting close to being out, and I need to find a role. We also, after 4 years, have to move from this place because they're selling it to their daughter, and so we are having to look for a new place. So a lot of things are coming to the end of themselves, if it makes sense. My daughter is finishing her school year. My son is finishing his T-ball season next week, and I've got an assignment that I've got next week. So basically, it's all coming into next week. I am pretty far with a couple of roles. I would say second to third, maybe like honestly almost final rounds with 2 companies, which is difficult to do nowadays because everything is so saturated, and getting conversations beyond recruiters is kind of difficult, or roles that are exciting and worthwhile, I should say, as well. So I am very thankful for that, and I will hear word from both of those roles. A little bit more progress will be made next week, so that's also going to be something that goes on next week, and I could be employed here soon. I do believe I will be, and then we'll be able to find a place because I'll actually have a budget that we can set. When you don't have a job and you don't know what the salary of your next role is going to be, it's difficult to set a budget for your rent or mortgage or anything like that. Fortunately, we have no student debt at all, and we have like no major debt at all, just 1 car payment that I've continued to be able to pay, even though it's like $600, which is kind of crazy. So I'm definitely grateful for that, and happy that our credit has gone up like over 100 something points with all of our debt being paid off, and just feeling pretty free. Like that's definitely a big positive that other people who are maybe unemployed don't have, is just I've never collected a lot of debt because of the untraditional route that I went due to having kids young and being married young. But yeah, we have to move at the end of the month. We are in California right now, so a lot of the Bay Area people have moved here, which is kind of annoying because they come with a lot of cash and just buy everything up, and I don't know, it's like their own city is failing, and so then they come to other cities and try to bring the same stupid ideals that have caused their city to fail into our city and its and region. It kind of sucks, especially because they have more money. But yeah, getting priced out of paradise is kind of something I didn't really anticipate since I was born and raised here. But we may be going to another state, so I don't know. It's not because we really want to, but financially it just doesn't make sense to stay. And even though some of those areas are quote unquote more expensive, as expensive as California, people like to say, it's really not true. Like most of the areas, except for some of the major cities, are still more affordable, even when you look at the property taxes and the taxes in general. Like New York and California are ridiculously expensive. So with my ability to do remote work, we'll see what's going on. I'm also under federal investigation for clearance for the Department of Homeland Security for 1 role as well. That's actually the 3rd role of the 3 majors. And that's progressing. I've been having contract calls with people who are getting contracted to do investigation stuff. So I'm waiting for like an in-person investigation. I have all of my paperwork, and I also have a reference letter from a lieutenant colonel. So That's a very high level Black Ops person who did Black Ops for 30 something years before retiring. And I have a direct reference letter from them, which is really, really powerful. So it will be interesting to see kind of what happens at the end of this month. And I just think it's amazing that despite all of the chaos and all of the things going on, that our family is solid and my marriage is solid. And honestly, that I've been able to progress in the game at all, because I've been trying to do a lot of other things, like started an LLC, working on design and logo and branding all on my own, and working on progress with different, I should just say, software engineering stuff. Mainly, I've been working with Golang more, which is a language that I've always wanted to work with, but I haven't because my job never really required it, and it's pretty difficult to move core languages without some kind of pay deduction. But when you don't have a job, you kind of get just decide to do what you want to do in that career lane. So I've been enjoying that, and I'm looking forward to kind of seeing where we end up next month. But I will be trying to finish farming today, which means that I won't have that wall anymore on this account. So even if I have to move and I can't set up my computer like right away, I'll just do post thieving is kind of what my plan is. Like anytime I can't be on the computer, which I prefer over mobile, I'll just do mobile master farmer. And once I get my base seed set up, then I'll know what to just tap drop. So that's what I'm thinking about. I mean, it'd be ideal to do smithing, but smithing does require me essentially suiciding and having everything in Hespori death, or usually for me, volcanic mine storage. And that means I wouldn't be able to go from mobile doing thieving easily and quickly without wasting stuff, like wasting looting bags, between mobile master farmer thieving and doing mithril plate bodies when I'm on the PC. So I may do more thieving up front and be a little bit slower to smithing, but some of the goals for this year were getting smithing and construction and agility done, but we're almost halfway through the year. So agility itself, I am almost 91, so it's not like I'd be starting at a pretty low level, and it's possible that I could still complete agility this year, but I definitely need to get smithing and con done, and I do think that both of those can get done by the end of the year based on my current rate of investment. So even if I don't get agility finished by the end of the year, that would be incredible to have everything I need for farm runs. And even if I have to do post master farmer thieving instead of getting 99 agility, having all the seeds I need and knowing what the herblore game is going to look like more, I can properly situate myself for the future with herb runs and everything like that, full farm runs. So that's pretty much what I'm thinking. And it is wild that I'm almost at 1099s, because that means there's really only like 5 left, right? I'll hit my 9th 99 tonight, hopefully. And then, tonight or tomorrow, worst case tomorrow. And then I have some stuff to focus up. I'll be not distracted by old school at all, because some part of me wants to just finish it, because I know I can focus on some other things this week that need to be focused on, that are kind of pressing for this next week. Mainly my presentation, so I just want to make sure that I am devoting myself to that without the lingering thought of RuneScape in my head of getting on and getting stuff done. Construction was relatively fast also, from 75 to 85, so I think I should be able to do 99 pretty quick. I did consider doing cranes, because with 2 alts and seeing Rez's method that he sent me, it's like 85k con and 85k crafting per hour, and it's more affordable than Teaks. So that's kind of crazy to think about, like the cost of that, and I probably should do that. But I'm not really sure yet if I'm gonna do that. I think it's better to just get smithing done, have the GP for doing teaks, decide what I want to do. Maybe what I do is I get the 2,000 points for the blueprints, then I go do some crafting with all the supplies that I have, and then I get to a point where I can decide if I want to do con and craft at the same time. Glass on UIM for me is not that bad because they're noted. Like the giant seaweed is noted, and so is the buckets of sand. And you basically have nothing on you, so it's not even like really that bad. And the XP is pretty good from what I can tell. And will spike up when I get to 87. I don't think it'll be what I can make doing cranes though. So crafting bis is 2 alts doing cranes. But I don't know. I just don't feel like doing that all the way to 99 con and craft, but I might do some of it. I might just do enough cranes to get to 87 and then use my supplies up and see where I am. But in order to do that, I'm going to need some mining, which is, yeah, I mean, it's going to take time doing mining because I'm going to need the rest of the buckets of sand. And I've got about 30,000 buckets of sand. I think I need somewhere like 100K, 110K. So I definitely need a lot more. I need a lot more buckets of sand. I think I calced it out to the cost of something like 5 mil-ish. I mean, it's less than that, but 5 mil for all the buckets and all of the cost for each bucket to become a bucket of sand to be that amount. And then I've calced out 99 construction to something like 15 to 16 mil GP. So I need something like 20 mil GP to basically max, and I'm positive that I'll get that from smithing. It might take some time, obviously, but it won't just be doing post RC chilling. It'll be actually getting it done. So every hour that I'm doing smithing, I'll be securing the cost for that. I also did Hunter Rumors. I did Hunter Rumors until I green logged that, and I didn't expect to be able to get spooned on the pet that early. I'm so happy that I did. I got it at 111, which is level 3, right? So that was kind of cool, and that's really early to get that. Very spooned on that pet, and I am so happy that I got spooned on that pet. I'd rather get spooned on the Rumors pet than on Chin or on Herbivore because I don't mind Chin hunting, and I don't mind Herbivore at all. And I will have to do a lot more Herbivore. Even though I'm like almost 4K, I have imagined that when I get everything done and all I have is Herblore, I'll just be doing Herbivore and herb runs like all day. So, yeah, that's pretty much what my thoughts are. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about that. I'm kind of excited to get into some things that I haven't done 99 on a UIM level 3 before, or really even on an iron level 3 before. I've never done con, and I've never done smith on an iron level 3. So the next 2 skills are skills that I've never done. And then, yeah, I think agility I've done many, many times, but I really like Artie, and they just buffed the XP per hour, which is kind of silly, but cool. I'm definitely not going to do wilderness because I won't even really need that GP, and it's not worth a wipe potential and having to like reset every hour just so that I don't lose all my stuff, and dealing with that wouldn't be worthwhile. But I think Artie will be fun to just have like all my stuff set up in my inventory and just be doing Artie and farm runs because I can do both of those on mobile. And that'll be kind of a nice season. I thought about doing stars, but I have everything unlocked from star mining. But if I get all the buckets of sand and I still have some mining levels, which is probably pretty likely, then what I'll probably do is just AFK stars to finish it off, just for the heck of it. And yeah, Herblore is gonna be last I'm not sure how this new minigame is going to affect things, if it's going to make it easier or not. It doesn't seem like it's actually going to be easier. It just seems like there's a couple of perks for the rewards, and using herbs to get points is just how you get those rewards. Um, but yeah, sorry, Dream Skill. I gotta turn that off for now. Don't have time to answer questions because I'm rambling. Probably should have had my private chat off in the first place. I'll try to answer him when I'm done with this ramble. So I think that that's actually pretty much everything that I have to say. Things are good. We've got 3 kids, and I've got a tween, I've got a 4-year-old, and I've got a 1-year-old. And so it's kind of wild to have all 3 to context switch almost every moment in. But I love my kids and just been enjoying a lot of extra time with them while I have this freedom, which is such a gift. So I could be playing really hard. Like today, I'm going to do all of the tithe, right? I'm going to do like a 10-hour tithe day is my goal. That's something I probably could have been doing every single day. Like when you're unemployed, you can just play the game more. But I've been spending more time with family, and I'm really proud that I've made that decision. I've also been working on my health a lot. I'm actually down about 9 pounds of pure fat. So I'm going to continue to push that. I've been working out 2 times a day. I started off with this program called 75 Hard, and I've just been continually doing my workouts and doing carnivore. And yeah, I'm feeling really good. And I have a long way to go, but just to see the progress, it's kind of like getting a 99. And so now I'm just motivated for the gym. It's not like I wasn't motivated before, but it requires learning discipline. And I've realized that there's certain areas of my life that I've just been not very disciplined in, and how the earlier in my life those made negative impacts that I didn't recognize was because of a lack of discipline in other areas. So I'm thankful to God for that he's orchestrated me to kind of be in this unemployment season and have to focus on my health and my family and really reprioritize like how I do life. I definitely play this game a lot less than most people I know, but yet I'm making progress. And it just reminds me that I will get to what my goals are because I already have. And there's a lot of people who doubted even what I've done thus far, and they were just wrong. So it's just interesting. Like, I'm going to be here trying to do this consistently, and I'll find ways to adapt. And I think that's really essential, but I'm going to prioritize other things over this game always, because at the end of the day, it is just a game. I really enjoy it, and I'm looking forward to getting to the end game. Like, it's funny because by the time I get to that, then sailing will probably release. But I am hoping that by some weird chance that I will get everything done and be close to Herblore being done, and then sailing come out and sailing have a Slayer method that's kind of like Aerial, where I can get some decent Slayer XP more than doing Partner Slayer. And something like 200 mil sailing if the sailing XP is fast, and the Slayer XP is how I would get it. I definitely would go for something like, I think I would go for 200 mil and it be sailing if it got me 99 Slayer. So it's possible this series will get extended. It's possible sailing won't even come in the game, and then sailing won't even really be a part, or Slayer won't really be a part of the series, because I don't know if when I get to everything but Slayer being 99, if I'm going to want to commit to the intentional aspects of doing Slayer via cleaning finds and Partner Slayer or all Wilderness Slayer. So I could just stay 1 forever, but I do see some perks from the Slayer levels, and then once you have everything maxed, maybe it's worth it. But I'm just holding out, kind of like I did by going for 99s before I did questing, since I was holding out for Dynamite and then eventually Recoils. Our clan is doing really good. Transcend's just been, yeah, it's been a great clan to be a part of. I'm so happy with our clan. I guessed in some other clans just to hang out with other people that aren't Irons. But our actual clan is fantastic, and I'm very excited. And seeing new people join and people start irons all the time is really cool to see. It seems like iron skill pures and irons in general have really, the last few years, there's just a lot more people playing 10 HP iron, which is really cool to see. I have been working on an alt, which is really just a clan account send, and getting that iron 10 HP with one prayer, one death to the point where it can do KBD kills. I'd love for the clan account, which is, you know, the queen of transcend, I call it, because it's a female character that's blonde and has like Halo and wears all the transcend stuff. It would be cool to get the KBD pet with one prayer and one death on that iron as a 10 HP with just basically range and magic. And also get everything set up to basically be kind of like my friend AA's build. I mean, I would say exactly like his build, but the earlier phase before he went for 99 Slayer. And so I'd like to get it to the point where I could do Slayer, or I could do KBD, or I could do Chaos Ellie, or I could do Giant Mole. So I do think it'd be kind of fun to do some 10 HP Iron cannon related combat stuff that I can't do on this account. I don't really feel like the need to have a full iron main or anything like that. That's a lot of investment, to be honest, especially because gear can be, you can be doing PVM for ages and just not get the stuff that you need. And so it's a very slow and long investment. Honestly, you look at people like Iron Olive, and they've been doing stuff for like 6 years and they still don't have everything. So I don't really feel like starting over, but I do like the idea of going for some things that would be kind of fun. And KBD pet is my favorite pet in the entire game. Having it on a 10 HP iron and it being the clan account would be really cool. And I could do something like go for cannonballs, because it's not a UIM, and just make cannonballs whenever I'm playing UIM on that account. So that could be something worthwhile long term, getting enough cannonballs for 99 Slayer. And then maybe if I get to a point where I'm doing something like rune crafting or something semi AFK on UIM after max, if I make it that far, then I could just be making cannonballs or doing Slayer tasks on it. So I'm kind of excited about that account, but yeah, I don't know if I'll make a video, like make videos for it. I might just make videos when I start the process. Like I might just have like a one video that shows progress to getting KBD ready and then getting my first kill. And then, you know, have the end clip be me getting the pet, which might be like really far. So I might just do like a one singular video for that account, which would be kind of cool. But I mean, getting the pet is hours and hours. So I figure I could always do like 10 KBD kill a day or 20 KBD kills a day once I get to that point. Anyways, looks like there is going to be a Q&A. So I'm going to finish up the ramble here since it's a little bit of a longer one, just over 30 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this ramble. If you have any questions or comments or any thoughts at all, please definitely message me or post them in below, and I'll try to get to them, respond to them in the next ramble. I'll do a faster follow-up ramble. Ramble 8 will be sooner, so if you have any questions or things you want addressed, definitely bring them up there, and I'll do my best to respond to you. I reply to literally every comment on YouTube. Sometimes it takes me a while to see certain ones. I don't know why it doesn't always give the best notifications, or I kind of like click the button and miss out on some notifications, but I do like and respond to almost every single comment. So please do like, please do subscribe. It does make a difference. I can't believe we're almost at 1.2K subscribers for my account, considering I don't upload to YouTube every single week or anything like that. And I will be working on a changelog quest and combat guide that'll hopefully cover all of those changes compared to the videos, because there are things like the dragon there are better methods to get the green dragon or to kill the spirit, the tree spirit, and when doing Lost City. There are some improvements because of changes, so I'll try to come out with a changelog video to update on that. Anyways, that's everything. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.